of inclusive growth of a nation. Context: inclusive growth of nation. The values are more important than the economic values because it is important that every member of the society, down to the poorest man, it is important that every member of the society, down to the poorest man, should access the benefit of the economic development. Although Asian countries attain relatively high growth rates of GDP, many citizens do not seem to benefit from it. To remedy this problem, multilateral development institutions have developed the concept of inclusive growth. The institutions have developed, defined as growth that allows all members of society to participate in, contribute to the growth process on an equal basis, regardless of their individual circumstances. Growth of Independent of growth that allows all members of the society to participate in the contribute to the growth process. All members of society participate in and contribute to the growth process equal basis, regardless of their individual circumstances. Most direct way to achieve the inclusive growth in Asia is to bring the objective of the full employment of the labor force, zero involuntary unemployment, to the top of the policy agenda. Specific policy to achieve is there. Biotechnology help to improve the living standard of the farmers. Biotechnology can create aggregation of agriculture. Improve great aggregation of agriculture through following ways. Aggregation. The tools of biotechnology provide the chances of infusing the new round of technology into the agriculture sector of developing countries. The product of development of biotech has been moving from just insect herbicide resistance to baking yield barriers, drought tolerance, and quality enhancing traits, and just from 3 crops to 28 crops. Drought tolerance, breaking yield barriers, and quality enhancing traits. Agri-biotechnology is being applied across poultry. Agri-biotechnology is being applied across poultry and dairy learning, fisheries, floriculture, horticulture, food processing industry, and genetically modified technology. Applied across poultry and dairy farming, fishery, floriculture, horticulture, food processing industry, genetically modified technology. Drought tolerance, quality enhancing traits, and just from the 3 crops to 20 crops. Although agriculture contributes to about 17% of India's gross domestic product (GDP), its significance to the people of India cannot be overemphasized. 17% of India's gross domestic product (GDP). Although agriculture contributes to about 17% of India's gross domestic product, its significance to the people of India cannot be overemphasized. 17% of India's gross domestic product. Its significance to the people of India cannot be overemphasized. Its significance to people of India cannot be overemphasized. 17% agriculture. People India cannot be overemphasized. In addition to feeding the country, agriculture has nearly half of our 1.3 billion plus populations, 4 billion, only for the livelihoods. Half of our 1.34 billion plus population depending on it for their livelihood. Genetically modified technology, farming, floriculture, horticulture. Bad news is agriculture growth is slowing between fiscal 2014-2019. Growth is slowing Agree GDP. Agree GDP. Agree GDP grew at 2.9% per year. Compare with 3.7% per annum. Fiscal 2005 and 2014. Fiscal 2014, agricultural growth is slowing. And GDP grew at 2.9% per year compared with 3% annum growth between fiscal. Fiscal 2005 and 2014. Fiscal growing, agree, fiscal growing. Bad news is agriculture growth is slowing 2014 and 2.9% per year compared to 3.7% per annum growth between fiscal. At the same time, climate change threatens Indian crop production. Climate change. While the extreme rainfall events have become frequent and more variable, severity and frequency of droughts, drought severity and frequency has also increased since 1970. Application of the biotechnology can optimize the use of available resources without placing additional demands on land or water to boost yields, which is what India needs. This solution, which can easily scale across the country, can improve the quality of the produce with disease-free and nutritionally enhanced varieties of crops. These solutions, which can be easily scaled across the country, can improve the quality of a produce. Disease-free. Improve the quality of produce with disease-free and nutritionally enhanced varieties. Discuss the work of base Einstein statistics done by Professor Satyendra Bose and show how they revolutionized in the field of physics. Light particles have photons proposed Einstein in his theory of a photoelectric effect could not be described by the principle of classical statistics. Indian scientist Satyendra Bose was able to apply statistics to count the Einstein photon, which was named after him a Bose-Einstein statistics. Photon proposed by the Einstein photoelectric effect could not be described by the principle of classical statistics. It improved the standard model of particle physics. Instrument on the discovery of the God particles. Bose-Einstein statistics become the bedrock of many applications, like superconductivity, developing sensitive detectors for precision measurement, application in quantum computing, atomic clocks. Using Bose-Einstein statistics, Peter Higgs carried out his research, found a very unstable particle that survives for a fraction of a second after its birth. Then it breaks after producing other fundamental particles. This particle was called Higgs boson particles of God particle. Standard model of particles physics. Micro irrigation help in solving Indian water crisis. Actually, how? Macro irrigation. India facing a harsh water crisis due to increasing corporate sign privatization. Corporate sign privatization, lack of proper government planning, industrial and human waste. Pila. The agriculture industry is also a major cause of the crisis. In this perspective, micro irrigation is seen as a solution. Micro irrigation can increase yields and decrease water, fertilizer and labor requirements by applying water directly to the root zone. The practice reduces loss of water through conveyance. It can address the needs of dryland farming. Micro irrigation cannot ameliorate water stress due to poor in crops such as sugarcane and paddy cultivation in Rajasthan. Also, the affordability of micro irrigation systems, such as sugarcane and paddy cultivation in Rajasthan. Also, the affordability of micro irrigation systems would be challenge for small and marginal farmers. India is facing harsh water due to increasing capital application. The agriculture industry also a major cause of crisis in these perspectives. The agriculture industry is also a major cause of the crisis. Hello. Micro irrigation is in the solution. The- Micro irrigation can micro, micro irrigation can increase yields and decrease water. Micro irrigation can increase decrease water. Can increase yields body water or fertilizer or labor requirements by applying water directly to the root zone. The practice reduce loss of water through conveyance, runoff, deep percolation, evaporation. It can help reduce over dependence on the monsoon and vulnerability of drought too. It can address the needs of drying farming. It can address the needs of dryland farming. Dryland farming needs. However, micro can ameliorate water. Micro irrigation cannot. Poor agroclimatic such as sugarcane and paddy cultivation in Rajasthan. Also, affordability of micro irrigation system be challenge for small and marginal farmers. Ameliorate water stress due to poor agroclimatic choice. Micro irrigation cannot ameliorate